Good evening and welcome to the January 8th meeting of the Livermore City Council. I now call the meeting to order. Consent calendar. These are typically items that are routine in nature. Okay, 5.4 is, let's see, that is affordable housing.
I can share a little bit about the city's affordable housing program. So the item before you tonight is reestablishing the rental and sales prices for affordable units. The city has a program whereby generally citywide, new development is required to provide about 15% of the units as affordable. And we do this recognizing that there are people in the community, a broad range of people providing goods and services, living and working here. And some of them have trouble meeting the very, very high housing prices that exist today. And so we're recognizing the need within our community for affordable housing for a variety of different people. Again, here in Livermore, the for sale rates are established based on information from from HCD, from the state. We use those state numbers to establish the rates each year. That's what we're doing this evening. And the city has a must-build requirement. So for the vast majority of projects, the affordable units are built within the development itself. The council does have the ability to grant exceptions to that, and we use in lieu funds through some of those exceptions for special projects like Avance or Vineyard 2.0, projects that ordinarily might not be able to proceed without special funding. So the city has had this program in place for a very long time, and we've provided thousands of units to folks within our community that are in need.
I just want to clarify in case someone's confused why this is. We are updating the numbers that come to us from the state. We don't decide these numbers. These numbers are based on income averages that are given through us through state and federal data, not a decision city council makes. We are affirming that you updated it like you were supposed to.
Correct. We use numbers from the state to update the for sale and rental housing rates. And then the city has a policy, which most cities do, requiring about a 30% contribution. So that's what we're doing this evening. It's updated each year.
It's a question. I had a couple of comments to make on this. On page 28, it lists low-income housing as $118,000, six figures. I never made that much in any job that I worked, $118,000 a year. And that is low income. It takes a lot of money to be low income in the Tri-Valley. These are people that are working hard to serve this community. So low income is $118,000, and you can still qualify for low income housing in Livermore.
Actually, I'm just really excited about item 5.5. I was hoping, similar to Councilmember Barrientos' question, if staff could give a little bit more detail on it.
We actually have a brief slide presentation, if that's helpful. So item 5.5 is the community benefit policy and establishing a community benefit fund. And we're seeking to do this evening because we're looking for a funding mechanism that'll help the community invest in community benefit programs that are aligned with our strategic goals within our strategic plan. And some of those are listed on the screen. Things like inclusive, inviting spaces and places where we can help facilitate public events and build a sense of community, an economy that prospers, or we can help fund small business assistance programs, the pillar of environmental stewardship, where we can help provide resources to some of our climate incentive programs, and then a safe community that strives, where we have additional resources to invest in public facilities. So that's the purpose or the intent behind establishing this fund. And then as far as sources, we're looking at transactional sources of funds. So not things that would be derived from property or sales tax or that are dedicated as part of an impact fee. These are things like development agreements or open space easements, sales, or other, again, agreements and transactions. And development would help provide those resources to this community benefit fund, but wouldn't be compelled to do so. It's just another tool in the toolkit. And so that's the purpose of the fund, this vessel, and then also where we think we can get those resources, and then how those resources are spent would be done through the normal appropriations by City Council as part of the budget.
I just think this is a really cool project. I really appreciate staff for working on this. It's, something that I think will be an incredible value to the city. To make sure it's clear, it's leveraging other people's money to make the city better, which whenever that's possible, I think we should go and, charge right ahead.
Just had a couple other comments that I wanted to make on 5.3, and that's the acceptance of the permanent maintenance, the receipt of security bonds for the street resurfacing project. Livermore, out of those 101 cities, Livermore is in the top 10 highest quality streets in the 9 Bay Area counties. We tie for number 2 in Alameda County. So the roads here are in very good condition, and that's even though our roads are older, it's because we have a strategic maintenance program to maintain the quality of the roads. And that's what we're seeing here tonight. That's what we're voting on tonight, is that we have this schedule where we go through and we resurface the roads to ensure that they continue to be in excellent repair. With that, seeing no further business before the council, adjourn the meeting to January 22nd.